What's up, guys? It's Crashing, and today we're going to have a two-part video. We got some information today in the lead up to Exodus, the short film that is going to be releasing tomorrow, which we will be watching together on this channel. If you would like to come hang out, I think it'll be a great time. We'll get together a little bit ahead of time, talk about where we're at with Battlefield 2042. Then we'll watch the film together and see if there's anything we can get out of that in relation to gameplay. I think there's a decent chance we might be able to see some things that specialists do, as they've been pretty front and center in these story articles that we've gotten over the last week or so. So we're going to talk about the renewal map and those images that we've seen. Also, a developer went into a little bit of detail on Reddit. We're going to look at that. And then later in the video, we're going to talk about how one of the shots ties into the hazard zone image that we've already gotten, and how the Exodus could tie in to hazard zone, and why that makes tomorrow even more exciting, as we may be able to pull some details about hazard zone from the short film. So anyway, let's get right into it. Let's talk about Renewal. So we got some new images, and these are especially exciting because Renewal is one of the maps that has been kind of talked about the least. We've only got the one image of the wingsuit falling in. We can see kind of an overview of the map, but we got some new images that look awesome in my opinion. We also got some information from a developer that went over on Reddit and elaborated on a few community questions. Now, one person said it looks like there's going to be more infantry-based combat on the green side, or the lush vegetated side, and there's going to be more vehicle open combat on the desert side. And the developer said essentially that's true. Now, they wanted to make some open spots on the green side and some cover on the desert side, so you could definitely play either way on either side. But essentially, the map is tailored to handle infantry combat in the green side and vehicle combat in the desert side. So depending on how you want to play, how you like to play, they said there was enough cover for a cat and mouse style gameplay of trying to blow up vehicles on the desert side. And that is what I enjoy doing. I really like blowing up tanks. If you guys watch me on the Twitch stream, we're always tank hunting out there. So another thing mentioned was, someone asked about what kind of event or destruction is going to happen on this map, and it doesn't sound like there's going to be a ton of destruction. There is no rocket on Renewal like there is on Orbital, but there are other cool things instead. Not necessarily destructible stuff, but I'm sure we'll show more as we get closer to launch. So I think this kind of heads us in the direction of sandstorm, weather events, things like that. You could always throw in an earthquake, you never know, but it didn't sound like there was going to be too much of that. 50% of the level pod that worked on this also worked on the map Iwo Jima, and that's one of seems to be one of the more positive received maps in Battlefield 5. So I think that's pretty cool, but that's basically the information we got on Renewal. Now, in this article, the last image is not of Renewal. It's actually another shot inside the Exodus, and I say another shot because we now know that the original shot that teased hazard zone is from the Exodus, because we can see in the top left of this new image that it is essentially the same view, the same helicopter, even time of day as the original teaser image. And what this is pulled back in the article, it refers to this area as a refugee camp. And honestly, people have said, it has been rumored, several people have said that they think that hazard zone is going to be like Tarkov, and I have been very reluctant to accept that. I play a decent amount of Tarkov in between my Battlefield sessions, and it seems like a reach for me to have DICE come up with an entire, loot system, economy, money, hideout, everything like that Tarkov has. Tarkov is such a detailed game in and of itself that I haven't thought that until this is kind of swaying my opinion. I don't know if you guys see this. I might be reaching, but when I initially saw this and made the connection with hazard zone in that top left of the image, the refugee camp looks a lot like a hideout from Tarkov to me. I'll put an image of each on the screen and you can tell me what you think. But I could see the Exodus being a mobile unit that travels around. Obviously, it's a ship in the water. And we know that hazard zone has been rumored to be story driven, so that as the seasons progress, as things happen, it could move around. Now, if we have a battle royale type mode that scratches that itch of high stakes gameplay that moves around to different maps and changes and is story driven, and there's also a hideout that you can level up and add that RPG element, I think the replayability of a mode like that is through the roof, and that will hook a lot of people. So it's pretty exciting. The other thing that could kind of draw parallels to Tarkov is there is a large GMO farming operation that provides food for the world named Senesco, and they have a private army called Forsec. Now, in Tarkov, there are two private factions, the Bear and the USEC, but I'm wondering if the Forsec, which is another faction that we've been introduced into this article could be some of the AI soldiers that you have to face against, like raiders or scavs in Tarkov. So once I saw the image from the Exodus and how it kind of looked like a hideout, and then the 4sec, how that could be maybe a scav, is what you called in Tarkov, an AI enemy that you face in the world, I started to put these kind of Tarkov things together, and I'm leaning more like that. But we will see. Hopefully tomorrow, this honestly makes tomorrow more exciting for me. I thought this was kind of be a lore build up to what the multiplayer is going to be like, and I think we'll see some specialist action within this this short film. But I'm now more excited because I feel like with these two images lining up, there is a small chance that we will get some Hazard Zone details, and I am dying to know about Hazard Zone. I can't wait to hear about that. I'm very excited to play that game mode, especially if it is like Tarkov. I've been enjoying Escape from Tarkov quite a bit lately. So if not, if we don't get anything, we know that officially we're going to receive our next information. They said a couple weeks before launch this fall is when we'll be hearing more about Hazard Zone officially and for sure. But when we watch this thing tomorrow here on this channel, we're going to keep a close eye out on if we see anything that looks Hazard Zone related. Definitely see what these specialists are up to that we haven't heard about yet, and it should be a really good time. So anyway, guys, that's all I had for today. That's all I wanted to discuss. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, if you think it is kind of looking like it might be like Tarkov, or if I'm just off base and pulling stuff out of thin air. You can tell me either way. I can take it. But thanks you guys so much for watching. Be a friend, tell a friend, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.